CAA thing came out, that's when I got off the train. And I was thinking, yeah, he will strike, but a little bit later. Let me try to time it. And
Yep.
here's something that you really, that whoever is listening, that you should pick up on. If you have a fundamental thesis, or if you have just conviction in something, doesn't have to be fundamental, don't try to time the markets. If either you believe in it, or for whatever reason you stop believing in it, can also happen. But don't think like, okay, this is going to happen. But let me try to time it. Let me try to get a better price, because that's essentially what I was trying to do. And then, 3 days later, he brings down the hammer. So
So
yeah,
you were mostly on December 31st, or did you have a series of
like
strikes?
like yeah, I had engagement, but I had the long-term engagement. I had the Q1 engagement, because I was thinking, I don't know when it's going to happen, but it's going to happen. And it looked like, for a while, it looked like they were like boiling the frog, right? They
Mm,
were kind of slow rolling it, like trying to seize the tankers and stuff, and like threatening him, but not really doing anything. So I said, like, okay, I don't know when it's going to happen. With yes, I feel like this is my tactic. With yes, I try to take longer strikes. With no, it's better to take the shorter strikes, because the APY is better. But this is still like a
mhm.
work in progress. I'm trying to figure out whether this is actually true or not.
Yeah.
But I was a big on Maduro to stay in 2025. So I don't, I'm not complaining at all, because I got actually really lucky. Like, the weather saved me, because they said they were going to do it around Christmas, but then first they wanted to do Nigeria, and then apparently it was bad weather, so they did it after the New Year, and
Amazing.
that was
Yeah.
a close call.
Really close
Yeah.
call. But then after December 31st, so those markets resolved no. And then you had Maduro not to be out still. What's the difference between, like, why take engagement yes and Maduro no? Are they not a bit correlated with each other? A lot?
Um, well, no, I was thinking of it as a hedge. So sometimes what I do in these markets, I'm doing this kind of, or not kind of, but I'm really doing this now in the Iran markets. I take a short no and a longer yes as a hedge. I was doing this with Russia for a while, but then in Russia, really nothing ever happens, so it doesn't really make sense to. I don't like to hold yes there. I was thinking, I was thinking it's more probable. It's a lot more probable, in my opinion, they bomb something, then he gets deposed somehow, or he gets ousted.
Mhm.
I wasn't thinking they could pull off this. I wasn't thinking they would do it, to just kidnap him, and I wasn't thinking they could actually pull it off in, yeah, like such an easy way, really, because it's a high risk mission. It's a mission you have to prepare for a long time.
Yep.
And it's much more, risky than just flying into Iran when everything's already turned off, dropping a few bombs and flying back. Because this
Yep.
one was actually fairly risky. So yeah, kudos.
Amazing. We can talk about all of the Venezuela markets now, or we can go through the predictions of 2026 and come back to
I don't know,
future
like pick out
markets.
one, like pick one you like. Which one do you like the most now?
Well, I know you talked about it here that you were indirectly cited by
Yeah.
CNN. So
Yeah.
that's a market that's interesting. Where's that one? Venezuela leader.
I think it's the Delcy one. Like, both have it. I have it now that I can say it. I'm just gonna say it. I have it on Kalshi, actually. I don't have it on Polymarket.
Okay.
Because Kalshi, that was the I think it was the first time that I noticed Kalshi actually being quicker to post the market than Polymarket. Like
Okay.
this one, they were faster, and I got really good odds, actually. And now I'm sitting on it.
So they are similar prices now for what is it,
Yeah,
leader for end of
yeah,
26,
yeah,
right? So
yeah,
they
exactly.
do mimic each other pretty well. So what is your position here? You have Delcy, right? To last to the end of the
I have
year?
Delcy, yeah. I'm thinking, and I'm going to write this. Well, let's try to get it done by the end of the week. Hopefully. I think something could definitely happen there, and something most probably will actually happen, because it's really like a viper's pit. But I think the market will, again, like, for now, it doesn't really make sense for them in Venezuela to try to kill each other. Because then, it's like they're better off trying to first, lay low. And by first, I mean, it could be weeks or months, probably not longer. Figure out, like, okay, what's actually happening? How is this working with Trump? How much can we oppose him? How serious is he about this? That kind of stuff. And I think the market will take this as a sign that, for now, it's all quiet on the southern front. So
Yeah.
that's why I bought her in the beginning. I'm actually already up over 100%, but I'll sit on it for now. I like the price that I have. I bought it in the 20s, so
Wow.
it's going well so far. Yeah.
Was there a lot of, I don't know how much volume there was here.
It
They don't
was
show the
decent. On
open.
Kalshi, it was decent. On Polymarket, it's kind of dead. But on Kalshi, if you
Yeah.
bought it, I think the first day it was like below 20, and I didn't buy. And then the next day it was like around 22, 23, and then I got on. Then I bought. I have decent. It's not massive, but I had like 20, 30,000 shares, I think.
Wow.
Uh,
And
yeah,
then,
so
so
it's
Gonz
quite good. Yeah.